Hey guys, it's attorney Manny Serra. I'm here with Sam Solomon. Sam is a good buddy of mine. Many of you watching this may know Sam. Knows quite a few people in the South Florida and Fort Lauderdale area. Sam is the owner of a bar called Rec Room. It's a kind of newer up-and-coming bar in the past year or so, maybe more. I'm sure Sam will fill us in. It's got a unique concept to it involving Duckpin bowling, pool table, kind of in a warehouse district area, very Wynwoody. He's going to walk us through how the pandemic has affected his business, those around him, and what they see in the future. So without further ado, how you doing, Sam?
I'm good. How are you, Manny? Great to see your face. I know we're social distancing, but good to see you, my brother.
I mean, is it ever a bad time to see this face? Come on now.
No, never. It hasn't gotten old since UF days.
I shaved a little bit, a little younger.
Well, I appreciate you shaving for me.
Yeah, good to see you. So tell everyone, what is Rec Room and kind of how did it get started?
Okay, so I used to I was a founder of Rhythm and Vine, and I had that for about 4 to 5 years. And then I kind of got tired of where that was going and how that was developing. It went from a chill, relaxing place to more of a clubby atmosphere. And I always wanted a place where I could just go hang out with friends, socialize, and not have to feel like I had to get really dressed up. So about a year ago, it's actually a year to date, I opened up Rec Room, and I wanted a dive bar. Everybody loves dive bars. Going back to our days at UF, clubs are great, but you can only go to a club once every couple weeks. You can go to a dive bar pretty much every day. So I was actually in Ohio, and there's this place called Pins. And I went there on a Wednesday at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and they were slammed. And I was like, what is this place? I went inside, and they had these Duckpin bowling lanes. What Duckpin bowling is it's a mini bowling lane, and you use a bowling ball the size of like a bocce ball, and the pins are on strings. Same rules as bowling, but when you roll the ball, the pins that are knocked down go up, and the pins that you miss stay there, and you got to go again. So I was like, I can bring this down to Fort Lauderdale. So I spoke to the owner of Pins, and people in Ohio are very nice. And he gave me the contact information of who he had custom make it. And I put 2 Duckpin bowling lanes into a bar and built the bar out. And here we are now, closed.
So yeah, I mean, obviously I frequented the bar. I live right over here, and it's been fun to see it grow. I know it's been featured on the Sun Sentinel, I think Channel 7, some local news, things like that. I think what people should know is that those lanes are free, and it's very rare that you get to go bowling for free. You get off the pool table for free. And to top it all off, before White Claw was a thing, you guys had White Claw specials. You were ahead of the curve.
I mean, we still do White Claw Wednesdays. And yeah, going back to the free thing, I feel like it's hard to charge somebody for the activity that they're coming to the bar for. I want people to be there, engage with each other, and have fun. And I mean, people are paying for drinks, so that's how I make my money, and they get to have their fun. So actually, with the pool table, we're actually doing a full renovation, which couldn't come at a worse time, of the second side of the bar. So it's big things are in the works if we're allowed to open back up. But with this whole pandemic thing, we're really not really sure. I mean, I don't know. Restaurants are allowed open 6 feet apart, social distancing. Like, I'm only 3,000 square feet, and subtract 2,000 of workable space with the bowling lanes. Can I have 10 people in the bar at a time? Like, it's not business savvy to even open the bar at that point. So it's really totally up in the air with what our great governor and our great president decide on how they're going to move forward.
So yeah, that's obviously a great transition there. Prior to this pandemic and COVID kind of really sweeping through the U.S. and South Florida, what was business like with you? Are you upswinging? You level? Are you heading into busy season? Walk us through what it was like.
To use one of your favorite athletes. Business was booming. But I mean, so we have Wednesday nights, ladies' night. Thursday night we have kickball. The kickball league comes in, and then Friday, Saturday is just a general going out kind of vibe. We were steady growth. I was very happy with our trajectory. And then right before St. Paddy's Day, this thing hit. And St. Paddy's Day was going to be a big day for us, as it is for most of the bars in and around Fort Lauderdale. And that was the first kick in the, you know what, like it really hurt. And then we thought it was just going to be, oh, this is going to be a week thing and we'll get right back to it. But here we are almost 3 months later. And as a small business owner, it's really stressful to not know what I'm going to do or where money's going to be coming in from. I mean, I love that the SBA said that they were giving out all these loans, but all the big banks gave them to big businesses. So I've had to go a different route and use smaller banks, and still waiting to hear back from them. So everything's really up in the air, and it's scary. Thank God I have another career that I can possibly go back to. It wouldn't be ideal for me because I'm not the type of guy that wants to be a lawyer full time. I'm not as good at it as you are. So I'm good at bringing people together and having fun. And I don't know if this is the new norm or if we're going to get back to how it was.
So yeah, based upon that, kind of what is the sentiment among your fellow colleagues in the restaurant, bar, kind of, I guess, scene over in that Flagler Village area? You know, if you talk to anyone, and kind of what do you think this is going to be like going forward? One
of my good friends is the owner of Bar 27, and we're all in the same boat. Restaurants, now they're allowing people to come in at 50%, but their food sales have to be 51% of the bill over the alcohol, and there's no bar seating. So they're at least allowed to start getting back to business, and they've had their curbside takeout and stuff like that. With the bar, it's either a yes or a no. And right now, in our current state, it's a no. We can't be open. So even at 25%, what's 25% of my max capacity is 100 is 25 people. Like, it's a tough place to be in. And yeah, everybody in the area is hurting just like everybody else. We all feel for each other. We're trying to figure out ways to kind of get around it. I know I heard possibly Las Olas is going to shut down and allow for that to be more outdoor space. I don't know if they're going to do the same thing in the Flagler Village area, allow for more room so more people can be around and still be safe. But we're just trying to be creative in whatever way we possibly can. So, I mean, people are itching to get out. I know I'm going a little stir crazy. I want to get back to work. But we all have to be safe first. I mean, you got a beautiful baby on the way, and safety is most important. So I understand that as well.
Yeah, and to follow up on that, I mean, it's a holiday weekend this weekend, okay? I mean, I'd be lying to you if I'm telling you I'm not going to go and have a beverage when this is done and enjoy it. Is that something where you see when the floodgates open, meaning when the quarantine's lifted, when lockdown's done, what do you see? Just a onslaught of bargoers, a party happening, people that missed out on spring break? Walk me through what you foresee in terms of...
I really do. I mean, first and foremost, Florida drivers are probably the worst in general. I almost got in 5 accidents today, just people not paying attention. And then you put on top of that people wanting to go out and being very irresponsible about it. I mean, I never condone drinking and driving. I prefer people to Uber to the bar. But let's speak reality. People are going to drive. And yes, I do think it's going to be dangerous out there on the roads. And I do think that there's going to be a serious uptick in DUIs, DWIs. And I feel like the cops have nothing else to do right now. And I mean, they have quotas to hit. Everything's a business at the end of the day. So number one thing is don't drink and drive. But I guess if you do and you get in trouble, you're the man to call, right?
Yeah, obviously we don't condone it either. When we get a lot of our clients coming in, our firm's motto is we're here for you when bad things happen to good people. Obviously, it's a kind of common everyman crime, so to speak. And we do as well think that there's going to be an uptick. We think that cops may be itching to make an arrest, but at the same time, people are going to be itching to be out and partying and acting like they're 19, 20 again, making really dumb decisions, as I'm sure you and I have made a few in our lifetime. Obviously, with that being said, what have you learned from this? What is something that you've taken away from this?
Be very thankful for what you have. Family first, always. I mean, you always need that strong support system. I mean, and always have a backup plan and a backup plan to that backup plan, and never stop. Like, don't quit. Like, as bad as it could get, it's got to get better. It's got to go the other way eventually. So, I mean, just keep going, keep on trucking. No, don't stop. Don't look back. Put the blinders on and just think about the future and don't dwell on the past.
So if people want to learn more about Rec Room, maybe celebrate when this is lifted, go on out, maybe have a White Claw with you. Where can they go to find some more information on you guys? You can check us out on Instagram at RecRoomFTL. You can check out our website too, www.recroomftl.com. And Manny, I actually have a question for you. Can you get, I know everybody, they haven't put the scooters back out yet, the birds and all that kind of stuff. I'm of the belief that you can get a DUI and a DWI on one of those. Is that true? Yeah, I mean, we've seen some interesting fact patterns with them. It's really going to be kind of up to the state attorney discretionary as to whether they file it or not. But certainly there will be arrests made on those if they bring them back out. I'm not sure what they're doing with those scooters right now because I haven't seen one, and I live in like the heart where they're everywhere. I haven't seen one in months. So it's a very good question. We get asked that a lot. The answer to the question is you can get arrested. You can get arrested for anything. It just takes the right cop to make the wrong decision. I tell clients that all the time. So very good question. Thanks. Sam, thank you for joining us, man. I hope you have an awesome weekend. If you need anything, let me know. Say hi to your family. My pleasure. And Manny, anybody that watches this video and comes in with you, their first drink when we open back up is on the house. You hear that, guys? Everyone come with me so we can split the drink. Exactly. All right, Manny. Sam. Take care, all right? Congratulations again on the baby. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.